Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where it is time for my 2020 Team of the Tournament for Euro 2020. The tournament has finally finished with it starting in Italy with Andrea Bocelli singing Nessun Dorma, with it ending in Italy winning Euro 2020. Congratulations to Roberto Mancini and Italy. Commiserations to England and Gareth Southgate, who had a wonderful tournament, it would have to be said as well. Also, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody for their support um, on the Euro videos. The support from you guys has been absolutely phenomenal. So thank you very much for that. So just a few wee stats just before obviously we start my team of the tournament. There were 142 goals scored at Euro 2020. When the goals were scored, most of them were scored within the 46th minute and the 60th minute. There were 30 goals scored between the 46th and the 60th minute. And there was also joint 24 goals between the 61st and 75th minute and the 76th to 90th minute as well. So there you go as well. Also, team stats: Italy scored the most goals with 13. Actually, they were joint with Spain with 13 goals. Spain had the most possession with 66.8 possession. They also had the best passing accuracy with 89.3%. Total attempts, Italy had the most attempts with 128. They made the most tackles with 99 and had the most balls recovered as well. Switzerland had the most saves from Jan Sommer as well. And also there were 5 clean sheets for England. So that's just some team stats for you guys as well. But yeah, let's kick things off. So the goalkeeper for me. My goalkeeper is this guy. He has just been named the player of the tournament is Gianluigi Donnarumma. I'm going to say this now. I think he's had a fantastic tournament. 4 clean sheets in there, including 3 in the group stage against Turkey, Switzerland, and Wales. And you have to say he had a very good tournament. He had a very good tournament, saving 3 penalties in the semi-final and the final as well. And you have to say he has had a very good tournament. And now he is going to PSG, which is a very good move as well. But yeah, Italy, they only conceded 3 goals the whole tournament, which was incredible, absolutely incredible. So very well done to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Yes, I could have picked Jordan Pickford, who's obviously got the Golden Glove. Congratulations to him. Could have picked Jan Sommer, and I could have picked Kasper Schmeichel, but Gianluigi Donnarumma has had a fantastic tournament. So he is my goalkeeper to start things off in my team of the tournament. Let me know if you agree with Donnarumma as well. Now, right back. There have been a few debates here about right back. You could have had Kyle Walker. You could have had Joachim Mæhle as well, who has actually been playing as a right back. He is a left back for his club team. But my right back, and I think this guy is probably going to go on to big and better things, is this guy, Denzel Dumfries. I think, apart from obviously Holland kind of spluttering a little bit, I actually thought Denzel Dumfries was one of the players of Holland. Absolutely fantastic right back he is, bombing down that right-hand side, and actually can defend as well. And you have to say he did pick up a couple of goals as well. One against Ukraine as well. And I think he got one against Austria as well. So Denzel Dumfries was definitely one who has been very good. And he is at PSV. He is at PSV at the moment. Will he stay there? Who knows? Who knows? I think Denzel Dumfries is definitely one to look out for sure, for a transfer away this summer. But I believe Everton have been linked with him as well. So, he would definitely improve Everton's right back, right hand side for sure. But for me, you could say Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker has had a very good tournament. But for me, Denzel Dumfries in the group stages looked very good. And then, against Czech Republic, he did look a little bit out of place. But he has actually been very, very impressive. So for me, Denzel Dumfries is definitely my right back to go in my team of the tournament. Now, defenders. I could have picked any Italian defender in all honesty. I think apart from Di Lorenzo, obviously, I think Di Lorenzo was one who I just wasn't impressed with. But the back line, you could have picked Chiellini, you could have picked Spinazzola. I have picked Leonardo Bonucci. Yes, he has had a great tournament, you'd have to say. A goal in the Euro final against England anyway, as well. Like he couldn't miss. He couldn't miss as well. But he has had a very, very good tournament, looking very, very solid at the back for Italy. One of the reasons that Italy had 3 clean sheets in the group stages. Absolutely fantastic defender, and he does do very, very well for his club team. And I think, yeah, look, this could be one of Chiellini and Bonucci's last tournaments for sure. I think Bonucci has been fantastic. And yeah, that goal in the Euro final, very, very impressive. Very, very impressive indeed. So for me, Leonardo Bonucci deserves to be in this team of the tournament. So the 2 Italians so far in my team of the tournament. Alongside him, I have gone for a man who, has to be said, didn't start the tournament, but when he came into the game against Czech Republic and then against Germany, he has been absolutely rock solid at the back. It is England's Harry Maguire. Look, we can all joke and laugh about, Harry Maguire being the most expensive English defender in the world. Maybe some people might actually just sit down and have a wee think that actually Harry Maguire is actually a very good defender. And you have to say he has had a very, very good tournament. He has had a very, very good tournament. The way he has been playing as well. I also think the way that he obviously scored against Ukraine as well. But he's just been rock solid. He has been really, really rock solid. I think him alongside Stones has definitely helped. I think Maguire has been better than Stones as well. But you have to say England's successes have definitely been their defence. And Harry Maguire is definitely one of those. And I just think, when he came into the game against Czech Republic, everyone was like, okay, it's a good time for him to, come in. And yeah, I have to say, I think he actually did play very, very well. And Harry Maguire, Manchester United fans will definitely be hoping that he can continue this onto his club form. And if he does, Harry Maguire is a very good defender, and I think he could be a fantasy football favourite, for sure. But Harry Maguire, for me, had a fantastic tournament, so I was never going to leave Harry Maguire out of this team. I could have gone for Chiellini. But unfortunately for me, I just think Harry Maguire was absolutely rock solid at the back for England. Now we have left back. Now, had Spinazzola been fit most of the season, most of the tournament, he would have been my pick. But I have gone for somebody who just keeps on going, leaps and bounds, and I have to say, I think he has been fantastic for both club and country. It is this man, Luke Shaw. Yeah. Where do I start with Luke Shaw? Didn't start the first game against Croatia, if you remember rightly. Kieran Trippier came in that game as well. And also Luke Shaw did come into the game against Scotland and didn't look out of place either. And then against Czech Republic, he was very, very good as well. And also, he has had a few assists in this tournament as well. Obviously, against Ukraine, he got 2 assists as well. And he was the other goal scorer in the Euro final. What a season it has been for Luke Shaw. I think he has been absolutely fantastic. And being a Liverpool fan, obviously people would say Robertson is probably the best left back in the Premier League. But actually, if you think about it, Luke Shaw is probably the best left back in the country right now, and I think he is the best left back in the Premier League and probably in the world right now on current form. You can't deny it, and I think, look, this guy has had a big career shock, and obviously, having that broken leg against PSV. But I tell you something, he's been absolutely outstanding since he's came back in. Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho said, he was too fat. Well, you know what? Luke Shaw, continue what you're doing. Keep proving them wrong. He has had a fantastic tournament. For me, Luke Shaw is definitely the left back of the my team of the tournament. So we move into the midfield now. And we are going for a player who has been fantastic for his country. Did miss a penalty in the Euro final, but apart from that, he has been rock solid. It is Chelsea's Jorginho. Yes, I think Jorginho has been fantastic this whole tournament. To be fair, I could have picked any one of the Italian midfielders. I could have picked Verratti. I could have picked Barella. Locatelli maybe for the group stages, but you know what? I think Jorginho has been fantastic and definitely deserves to be in this team. Completely solid in midfield, always driving to give players a chance to score. To Italy. I just think he's been fantastic, and hopefully, again for Chelsea fans, you'll be hoping to go and get this. Get more goals. I think that's something he needs to add to his game is definitely goals. But being obviously the penalty kick taker, yes, he might have to change his. He's now going to change his run up, obviously. Hop, skip, and the jump. But you have to say, whenever the winning penalty against Spain as well, he's been fantastic. He has been fantastic all tournament. Was he lucky to be on the pitch against England? Look, I think people will probably say he would be, but probably a yellow card would suffice. But apart from that, Jorginho has been solid in that midfield, alongside Verratti, alongside Barella as well. So for me, Jorginho will definitely be in this team of the tournament. Alongside him is a player who has who's only 18 years old, came into the tournament as probably one of the ones to watch. And obviously, he will be going back to Barcelona in uncertain circumstances as well, because obviously they're been in financial trouble. And he has just been named the young player of the tournament. It is Pedri of Spain. I think Spain have had a good tournament, but I think you have to say the only player that really looked good for me in that midfield was Pedri. I think Pedri has been fantastic. Yes, people will remember him for his crazy own goal, but obviously that was against Croatia. Unai Simon should have been a lot better for that goal. But apart from that, Pedri has shown that he can actually play at this level, and he's been fantastic. He has really been fantastic. He's obviously kept out players like Thiago Alcantara. He has been very good, and he's got a bright future ahead of him for sure. I've been very impressed with Pedri as well. Few stats on Pedri as well. If I could just get it. He was distance covered. He actually covered. Hold on a minute. Distance covered. He was actually 76.1. So that's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. But for me, I just think Pedri has been very good in this tournament. So Pedri, for me, he's got a bright future ahead of him, whether it be at Barcelona, whether it be elsewhere. I think people will expect a very good career for Mr. Pedri, and I think he's going to be a very good player in the coming future. So Pedri is the central midfielder. Now, a player who has been one to watch, and probably, obviously due to uncertain circumstances, obviously Christian Eriksen collapsing, against Finland. This guy has actually taken his chance and was the only free kick goal at the Euros. It is Denmark's Mikkel Damsgaard. Yes, I think Mikkel Damsgaard has had a very good tournament. Obviously, as we said, did score the only free kick of the tournament. That was against England at Wembley. What a goal it was as well. But for play, for power, had a couple of assists as well. Damsgaard, he's been fantastic. He really has. I think you have to say that, he has taken his chance with aplomb because, obviously with Christian Eriksen being injured, he probably wouldn't have got a chance to, be in that team. But he's taken it with aplomb, and you have to say Mikael Damsgaard has been very, very good. He is currently at Sampdoria. For me, I don't think he'll be at Sampdoria next season. I think there'll be a Premier League club that comes in for him. There may be even be talk that he could be going to Leicester City. Kasper Schmeichel's obviously had a word in his ear to maybe get him to Leicester City. Would that surprise me? Not at all. Not at all. So Mikael Damsgaard for me is my attacking midfielder. But that should actually say left-sided midfielder, I should say. But yeah, it came up as attacking midfielder for some reason. So, but for me, Mikael Damsgaard is definitely the midfield to complete that midfield three, as I'm going for a 4-3-3 formation. Now we have another player of Italy coming up, and I think this guy has been fantastic whenever he has come onto the pitch. And actually, yes, he does go down very easily, but you have to say he has had a fantastic tournament, coming a goal against Austria as well. It is this man, Federico Chiesa. Now, obviously, Juventus player as well. Look, I think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be leaving Juventus. I believe that they want 120 million for Federico Chiesa, but obviously his price tag will definitely go up from obviously his performances at the Euros. But cracking goals against Austria, cracking goal against Spain in the semi-final as well. So I think Chiesa has had a very, very good tournament, and you have to say that whenever he has came on for Italy, he has looked their most dangerous player on that right hand side. Obviously, they had Berardi to begin with, but to move Chiesa onto the pitch, we actually have had a lot of good players at this tournament coming off the bench and actually making an impact. Federico Chiesa was that one for me. So I think Chiesa has been fantastic. So he deserves to get a place in my team of the tournament. Now we move on to the forwards. Now this could have been a number of players. Could have been Romelu Lukaku. It could have been Patrick Schick. But the player who continues to just do as well as many people predict, he is very, very close to the all-time record for goals in international tournaments. It is Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, Portugal's best player of the tournament for a number of reasons. Obviously, goals scored, and he just continues to get better with age, doesn't he? Cristiano Ronaldo. Will this be his last tournament? I think we'll see him at in Qatar 2022. I really, really do. I don't see Cristiano Ronaldo being one to retire yet. As well, I think maybe we might see. It's quite weird to say this, but we might actually see Ronaldo as a squad player. We could see that. Potentially happening, but you have to say Cristiano Ronaldo was the player of the tournament for Portugal. His goals were very, very important. Obviously, two against Hungary as well, and and two against Portugal two against France as well. Getting the two penalties, I think it was as well. And look, Ronaldo's been fantastic. You'd have to say for Portugal this whole tournament, and he is very, very close to getting that record. He was very, very close to getting that record. Portugal nearly didn't qualify as well, but they did qualify for that one of the top sides, third place sides anyway. But yeah, Portugal, bit of an average tournament for them, but Cristiano Ronaldo continues to impress as well. So Cristiano Ronaldo is my forward. So that leaves one player on the left-hand side of the striking three, and I have to say this player has had a very, very good tournament. In my opinion, probably England's best player. It is Raheem Sterling. Yes, I think Raheem Sterling has had a fantastic tournament. Obviously, he did score the goal against Croatia. Was involved pretty much against Scotland, and then was scored against Czech Republic as well. Scored against Germany as well, and do you know what? Raheem Sterling has actually had a lot of goal contribution in this tournament, and for me, he was England's best player. He was England's best player for me. I think you'd have to say that the way he has played, and he's been a danger down that left-hand side. And yes, the final he wasn't great. He wasn't great, but most games he has been very, very good in this tournament, and goal contributions are definitely up for sure. There were a lot of question marks over Sterling because he didn't have the best of seasons at Manchester City, you'd have to say, but the one thing you could look at is actually he did come into this tournament very, very good. And, a goal against Croatia started things off. And then, goal against Czech Republic and then goal against Germany. 3 goals, very, 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 very good as well. Won the penalty, the one against, Denmark as well. So, yeah, Raheem Sterling was a definite shoe-in pick for me. I think he's been absolutely fantastic as well. So there you go. There is my team of the tournament. So I will go through it very, very quickly as well. So it is Gianluigi Donnarumma of Italy in goal. Right back is Denzel Dumfries of Holland. Leonardo Bonucci of Italy, Harry Maguire of England, Luke Shaw of England is the back 4. And then the midfield 3 is Jorginho of Italy, Pedri of Spain, Mikkel Damsgaard of Denmark. And then the front 3 is Federico Chiesa of Italy, Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal, and Raheem Sterling of England. Now, we do have a bench. And I've done this before as well. Is that coming up? Yep, there we go. So my bench, I've gone for Jordan Pickford. Look, Jordan Pickford had a very good tournament, won the Golden Glove. Was he properly tested against these teams? Probably not, but that was a mark for England's defence. I think England's defence has been very, very good. So Jordan Pickford has been very, very good as well. Joachim Møller has been very good for Denmark. Obviously, a right back for the tournament, but he has a left back currently. And I think Joachim Møller had a couple of good goals. He scored a couple, obviously, against Wales, scored against Russia as well. He's been excellent. He has been really, really good this tournament. So for me, he had to get on the bench as well. Alongside him is his Denmark teammate, Andreas Christensen. We remember that goal against Russia. Absolute screamer into the top corner from Christensen. And, that was an emotional night for Denmark fans, for, all football fans as well. So, but he's been solid at the back for Denmark, alongside Simon Kjær as well. So I think Andreas Christensen, you could have picked any Denmark defender in there. You could have picked any Denmark player in there for good measure. And then we have Paul Pogba of France. Probably the only France player I would have, to be honest. I think France did really underachieve, I would say. Benzema had a very good tournament as well. Kylian Mbappe had probably one of his worst tournaments as well, but he's only young. He will get better. For sure. And then Nicolo Barella as well. Very, very good midfielder for Italy and Inter Milan, respectively. I expect him to be, well, maybe not on the move, but I expect him to have a good season with his current team, Inter Milan. And now we have Leonardo Spinazzola. Unfortunate to get injured against Belgium. He would have been in my team of the tournament had he done the whole tournament, because the player of the tournament in the group stage for me was Leonardo Spinazzola. Every time he looked dangerous down that left-hand side, looked very, very good for Italy as well. And the final striker was Patrick Schick as well. Obviously joint with Cristiano Ronaldo, but obviously Cristiano Ronaldo won it with an assist against Germany because he did assist Diogo Jota to score for Portugal against Germany. So that is why Cristiano Ronaldo did win the Golden Boot. It was because of his assist. But Patrick Schick had a very, very good tournament. Probably scored the goal of the tournament against Scotland. A long ball over David Marshall. Yes, David Marshall was well off his line, but the audacity to, chip David Marshall from that position. It was 45 yards out. Fantastic goal. And the longest goal scored at the Euros as well. So that was very good from Patrick Schick. But he's had a very, very good tournament. Goals, as I said, against Scotland, against Croatia, and against Denmark as well, and also against Holland, the Netherlands as well. So he has had a very, very good tournament as Patrick Schick. So there you have it. There you have it. The final Euro 2020 video on the channel. It is my team of the tournament. Guys, leave your team of the tournaments in the comment section down below. Do you agree with mine? Do you agree with my bench? Let me know if you think there's any players I have missed out as well. But we will see what happens with your team of the tournament as well. But I wanted to say a big, big thank you to everyone who has watched my Euro videos. I really do appreciate it. And we are back to club football now, so I'm really looking forward to that as well. But until then, it is goodbye for me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. And yeah, as I said, leave your team of the tournaments in the comment section down below, and we will see what happens. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for all the support. Cheers. Bye.